Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. In today's unboxing and first impressions video, we have a box from Chisos. Now, this is a smaller box. You can tell there is not a pair of boots inside this box. But regardless of that, I am still very interested to check out what is inside of this box. But before we do that, Chisos did send me these products as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Chisos prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there is an affiliate link in the description box down below if you're considering buying either product inside of this box or an amazing pair of boots from Chisos that are certainly on my radar. Please consider using that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do get a small percentage of that sale kickback to me. All the money goes back to the channel to help me produce more content so consumers can make informed purchasing decisions. Now, before I open this box, yes, I am wearing a tie-dye t-shirt with some jellyfish on it for two reasons. I have been painting all day long and I just got out of the shower, and this t-shirt is simply, it's badass. I love the shirt. Miss Hazel Fantastic loves this shirt, so I am wearing my jellyfish t-shirt. Okay, I'm excited to lay eyes on what is inside this box for the very first time, so let's just get into it and crack it on open. Okay, we've got a nice Chisos Boots stickers that will be going on my filing cabinet upstairs. We have our Chisos leather boot balm. Ooh, okay, we have a nice bag here, a little dust cover, and another Chisos stickers. We do have this nice dust cover that our belt is inside of. All right. So this right here that my camera cannot seem to focus on is the Chisos Roughout leather belt. There we can see the Chisos branding on the back. They do offer this belt in 3 different variations. I opted for the Roughout because Roughout's pretty badass. I wasn't until kind of semi-recently really into Roughout. I'm not a big suede guy, and Roughout is not suede. It resembles suede, so a lot of people do think that Roughout is suede. Basically, what Roughout is full grain leather. It is the full grain leather, so you have the outside, the smooth section of the leather that people are generally used to with, you know, boots and leather jackets, but the Roughout is actually the inside. So this is the inside of the animal, where suede is essentially a cross-section, if you will. So they take this top smooth layer and they cut that off, and the suede is essentially the middle layer that would be in between this, where this Roughout is a full grain leather. So that's basically it, you know, the dumbed down version, if you will. I will get into a full breakdown of Roughout in the full real user review of this belt, but for right now, if you are interested in more information, Chisos has a really good video that you can check out right now. The Chisos belt is full grain cowhide that comes in at $145 USD. It is available in brushed brown, magic black, or a Roughout as seen here. The belts are 1.5 inches wide that Chisos says is gun belt territory. And one of the interesting features of these belts is that each of the holes are spaced out 3/4 inch apart, which will help you to dial in the perfect fit, as most belts offer 1-inch increments in their hole spacing. Chisos sizes their belts depending upon your pants size, so please know your actual waist measurements and not your vanity size, meaning if your waist is 34 inches, you want to probably get a 36 belt so you have a little bit of space in there for those family gatherings like Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner, so you have that extra hole so your pants will still fit you and not fall down when you're on your way home after eating way too much dinner. Now, I will say right now as well, the leather balm is not to be used with Roughout leather. Roughout leather, it's more or less treated as if it's suede. Even though it is not suede, it has a lot of the same characteristics of suede, so it will get a little dustier, but you can hit that with a brush and knock that off. Now, the reason I went with the Roughout is because this ages and takes on such a cool, interesting patina that I'm really digging the way Roughout looks. Again, I have not really been into Roughout recently, or Roughout until recently. I've been seeing a lot of boots. I've been looking at like the stitched down patina Thunderdome, which starts very soon. I've been looking at a lot of the old boots and entrance, and just the way like some of those those like Roughout leathers, just they age so well, they look so good that it's really making me turn a corner, and I wanna test out some Roughout. And I think a belt would be a great test for Roughout, because wearing a lot of selvage and a lot of indigo, it's probably going to, especially this interior, the veg tan top layer or outer layer of the leather, is probably going to take on some of that indigo and age, where I believe the Roughout's probably also going to take some of that crocking, and it's going to age from wear and age from some of that ink transfer, that dye transfer from my jeans onto the belt. And I think this is just going to look so badass. Like, give me a couple of months, we'll do a full review after, you know, our standard month or so. But I'm probably going to try to favor this belt for a while and do my long-term review of this. We'll give it, you know, 4 to 6 months, and we're really going to see what it looks like after I wear some of, like, my Gustons have some really good crocking. My Ironhearts are going to have some really, really good crocking. Those are an II, so it's an indigo warp and an indigo weft, so they are just full of indigo. So we're going to get a lot of really nice crocking, and I think this Roughout leather is going to take on some really, really good wear. And so it's going to look badass, but this is like a lifetime belt. So this is a belt, this is full grain cowhide. This belt is going to last me easy 10 years. But I think I am easily going to get 20 years out of this belt. Now, I have said this in the past with other belt reviews, a good, solid leather belt is something you need in your arsenal. Actually, I recommend you have at least 2 of them. You could have more, you know, depending upon different colors and stuff. You know, I have some veg tan, I have some darker brown, I have black, I now have a killer Roughout one. But, you know, depending upon what you're wearing, you could match your belts to your boots, obviously match your belts to your clothing, but, you know, having at least 2 good high quality leather belts is a must, especially if you're into heritage wear. These belts will last you for years and years and years, and as you wear them, these are going to age, and just like anything heritage, they're going to take on a character of their own. And this belt is going to look different for me than it will for you, because I am going to wear it differently. Even though it's doing the same exact thing, we're wrapping it around our waist, it is holding our pants up, I'm going to do different things than every other person on this planet. You're going to do different things than every other person on this planet. So depending upon how we move our bodies, what we do, it's all going to age and take on a character and a patina all of its own. So a good solid leather belt is not only a piece of clothing that you could have for, now I'm guessing I'm gonna have this for 20 years, at least 20 years, but it's also going to age and take on wear that is going to be characteristic of your own personality. So a good solid leather belt is not only something that you need in your wardrobe to hold your pants up, but it's also something that's going to last you for years, and it's also going to look awesome doing it. Now, this is a handcrafted belt made in Mexico, and it is $145. Now, that does seem like a lot of money, but look at it this way. I think I'm gonna have this belt for at least 20 years. I have at least 2 belts that are 20 plus years old. Now, they are not nearly the quality of this Chisos Cowhide belt, and they are still rocking, and I can still wear them to this day. Do they look awesome? Yeah, they do. Do they look beat up and worn in? Oh yeah, they look definitely beat up and worn in. One more so than the other, but they are still completely usable. Now, this is way higher quality than either of those belts, so I'm gonna say this is most likely going to last me the rest of my life. I'm 43 at the time of filming, so yeah, I probably could wear this for the next, you know, average 30, 40 more years is probably realistically how much longer I will live if I continue to take care of myself and don't take any ridiculously unnecessary risks. But yes, I think I can easily wear this belt for the rest of my life, and it's going to look awesome while doing it. So $145 for something that I'm going to have potentially for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Yeah, that is definitely a price point that I am willing to swallow, because it's amazing quality. Looking at it, it's awesome, and it smells really, really damn good too. I just love the way leather smells. Anyway, it's high quality. It smells great. It looks awesome. It's going to look even better as I wear it. And I'm going to have this for minimum 10 years. I think 20 plus years. So that is not a lot of money. Now, a couple of the features. This is, again, the Roughout version. So this is full grain cowhide. So that's the inside of the belt is what you think of when you think of like boots and leather jackets. This is the top layer. Then this is the bottom layer of the animal. We have a solid screwed on. We have 2 flathead screws, so you can replace this belt buckle if you know, this Chisos is a tech company out of Texas. If you like to wear your big belt buckles, I used to wear them. I don't so much anymore, but you can take the belt buckle off and you can put a bigger belt buckle on. And the fact that they are screws instead of snaps will make this belt last even longer. And if they do start to strip out, you can replace the screws, or you can even put a little bit of Loctite on there and then the screws aren't going to back out. So, you know, you can replace the belt buckle. We have a 36 waist because I do wear a 34 and a half inch pair of jeans, generally depending upon like my pants size and the pants that I'm getting and how rigid or how thick the denim is. I might vary it a little bit, but in my vanity size is like a 32 waist, which is in the US anyway, like a 34 and a half inch waist. And if I'm buying heritage style clothing, I try to get in that 34 to 34 and a half, sometimes 35 if it's a heavyweight denim. So these are 36, so it's gonna give me a little bit extra room. Because I am getting a little long in the tooth, I might grow a little bit more at my old age, so I might need to expand my pants just a little bit, and I have room to do that and continue to wear this belt for a very, very long time. So when you're buying your belt, measure your pants because the size of the belt is the actual length of the belt. So this is going to be 36 inches long, so it will be for a 36 inch inseam or waist. So this belt will fit me, hopefully fit me for the rest of my life. I anticipate I will gain some weight as I get older, as I have gained some weight as I got older. I hope I don't get that much bigger, but hey, I like sweets when I get old. I'm probably not going to run at all. It might happen, but I still got a couple extra inches there. I can punch a few extra holes. But let's get into the leather balm. Again, not to be used with the Roughout leather. So why do I have some Chisos leather balm when I don't have any Chisos boots and I got a Roughout leather boot? Well, right here, we have my American-made Double H 2555 Wellington boots that probably are due for a resole, but they are 100% due for some TLC. I have not taken care of these boots in a very long time, so the Chisos leather balm is going to be incredibly useful for me right now because this is probably my favorite pair of boots that I have ever owned. I've owned a lot of boots. I've sold a ton of boots, but these Double H's, I absolutely love them. They don't make these anymore. I'm kind of bummed about that because these are actually I love them. My all-time favorite boots. I put these on. They are so incredibly comfortable. You haven't heard me talk about them a lot lately because I don't tend to wear my cowboy boots in the summer because I run kind of hot, and I am from northeastern Pennsylvania. Not exactly known for its cowboys, but I love cowboy boots. I love Western wear. I always have. I've always leaned towards Western shirts and Western footwear, but when it's 95 and 1,095% humidity, I can't have that much leather on my leg. I'll die. I'll just sweat to death. My boots will just be filled. I'll be a puddle inside my boots. So I don't really wear these that much in the summer, but it's now, October's like 2 days away. I'll be wearing these a lot more lately, and they are in dire need for a little TLC. So that's where the Chisos leather balm is going to come into play. Now this, they say you can use on cowhide, you can use this on exotics. It's not only for boots, you can use this on basically any leather products. You can use this on leather jackets, furniture, saddle wear. If you had a non-Roughout, if you had one of the actual leather, not Roughout belts, you could use this on the belt as it ages and breaks in. I can use this on my other belts, but do not use this on Roughout, but I can use this on basically any other leather good. And we're gonna get into a whole video, separate video. I'm gonna do one boot so you can compare one to the other, a completed boot to an old boot. I'm gonna show you how I condition my boots. It's been a while since I did it, so I might be a little rusty at it, but we're gonna go ahead and do a full video on that. But the Chisos leather boot balm comes in at $30 USD. It comes in a 4-ounce container. Again, it can be used on both cowhide or exotic boots, so if you have a pair of awesome ostrich boots, you can use this on those as well. And it is made in the USA. Now, right on the bottle, it says, Clean Condition Restore, formulated to nourish and rejuvenate finished cowhide and exotic leathers. restores luster with ease, increases resistance to scuffing, cracking, and moisturizes. Natural to enhance the richness of all leather tones. Directions: y'all. Apply a small amount by hand and allow to permeate the leather. Rub with a fabric or paper towel to lift out dirt and excess balm. Buff to a desired shine with a polishing brush or terry cloth. Not intended for unfinished leathers. Sample before treating entire item. So first thing tomorrow morning, once I get ready for work, I will be putting on my Chisos Roughout Cowhide belt and starting the testing on that. And then probably at some point next week when I have time, we will be doing a full review of the Chisos Leather Balm with my double H's. I will probably use these to treat some of my other boots as well. I do have a few of the pairs that definitely need some TLC, but these double H's being my absolute favorite pair of boots, and one of two pairs of boots that are in absolute dire need for a little bit of TLC. We will be starting right here with these boots, so stay tuned for that. There'll be a full review on both of these coming soon. So we will again get into a little bit more of what Roughout leather is when we do the full review of the belt, and we will be showing you a before and after with the Chisos Leather Balm. So stay tuned. I'm very excited to check out both of these products. So Chisos, thank you for the samples. I look forward to testing them both out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.